Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome. On behalf of INC, I'm truly delighted to have you join us for today's session. My name is Sabah, and I will be your host. At IMC, we are committed to creating conversations that bring clarity, depth, and transformation to professional and personal journeys. Today's session invites us into a slightly different space, one that goes beyond frameworks and tools into awareness, reflection, and how we show up as leaders and individuals. In a world that constantly pushes us towards speed and outcomes, the ability to pause, reflect, and lead with intention becomes a powerful differentiator. Today, we explore exactly that. Just a few housekeeping notes before we begin. The session is going to be for 60 minutes in total. The presentation will run first, followed by a live Q&A during the final 10 minutes. Please keep your microphones muted during the session. You're welcome to post the questions in the chat as we go. Please note that the session is being recorded. We encourage a thoughtful engagement, and we will address as many questions as time allows us towards the end. It is now my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, Deep Ahuja Sharma. Deep is a master certified coach, a master gestalt psychologist, and advanced certified team coach with over 20 years of experience in leadership and transformation. She is the alumna for IIM Lucknow and Lifetime Achievement Award recipient recognized by ICF Toronto. Deep brings a unique integration of science, self awareness, and soul into her work as she has facilitated transformative journeys for over 25,000 leaders, 250 coaches, 25 plus teams globally. She has recently been appointed as the CEO of Heartfulness Institute of Leadership Coaching, where she is leading the development of heartful leaders as coaches and advancing heartful coaching practices. Following a successful pilot over 140 sessions using her rare ideas methodology, she continues to create deeply impactful learning experiences. Today, she will also be sharing a short experiential glimpse into this work, integrating her deep reflections, raising awareness cards. We are honored to have her with us today. Deep, the floor is now yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sabah. Those were very big expectations set for our audience. I just come as a fellow curious, adventurous being today in this space. I was just asking Sabah, what are you bringing to the space and what brings you to the space? That I'm going to ask you as well. So, a very quick contracting that this space is going to be interactive. So, unlike our other webinars wherein we are just in a monologue and we are just looking at the screen or listening to it, you would have to participate. So that's my invitation for everyone. Let's hold the space for each other for rare ideas to emerge. That would be my invitation. And that's exactly what the topic of the day is. So let's move to what brought me to this space. I realized my purpose quite early in life and was very grateful to my mentors who chose me as a leadership trainer, leadership coach within an organization called Flight Center Travel Group. From there on, I realized that I really enjoy working with leaders. I really want to build and bring the best out of them. And hence, this purpose, which is the purpose of my life, is to co create a space for people to believe in themselves and consciously receive everything they aspire to achieve by overcoming the barriers they perceive, out of which took birth uh, many tools, many books. Some of the books and some of the tools and some of the people that I enabled, they left me inspired. They left me to learn more, be more, do more, and bring out more of my reflective practice outside in the world, so that the world can also hold space for each other, for themselves to begin with, to believe in themselves and receive everything they aspire to achieve by overcoming the barriers they perceive. So that's the motto. And these are the creations. We are going to witness part of each of these creations today. I'm a poet at heart, so some poetry may just also flow, right? And I'm an acronym person. So you're going to look at least three acronyms, maximum four. I would promise I won't go overboard with it, but yeah, four acronyms. Out of these four creations of mine, one is deep reflection cards. You will see that some poetry is there on the cards as well. Raise your vibe journal. You will see a vibe framework, a rare framework out of the journal. You'll also see coaching playbook for people leaders, which is co-authored with head of Tata Steel Group, uh, L&D department, Mr. Paras Goyal, and myself. We co-authored the book, and we wrote a couple of frameworks. One of the frameworks, the ideas framework, that you will go through today, and also you will go through the space framework. So if that is not already a bit of frameworks and acronyms, let me take you to the learning outcomes. The outcomes involve, of course, looking at the fundamentals of what do I even mean by holding space? What does holding space mean, Deep? Okay, you could be just wondering and curious. And when you say reflective listening or deep listening, we are going to cover four V's of listening. As mentors, as coaches, as leaders, as managers, as people, we need to listen, because communication is only half done if you just keep speaking, right? So I'm going to listen to you as well. As I said, it's going to be an interactive session. I hope, Sabha, we'll have an opportunity to let people unmute and speak as well. Yeah, we would be able to offer that opportunity. Great. That's great. So get ready to explore rare and ideas framework, and how can you utilize it in your mentoring practice as well. So we'll look at that. Yes. So now your time. What brings you to the space today? Please put in the chat, unmute yourself, or if you're familiar with Zoom, how to annotate, you can even write on the screen. So over to all of you. We are 20 of us together right now. What brings you to the space today? Sabha, do you see some responses? Okay, what brings me to the space today is, okay, I see a chat message. Thank you, learning with friends. Holding is fundamental to learning. I would like to help people and teams to learn. Therefore, the subject looked interesting. Very beautiful, Matthew. Thank you so much. Looking at something to co-create with forced coaches. Forced coaches, Poonam, interesting. Can you talk more about it? Forced coaches. Okay, learn and grow, looking at something to co-create. Yeah, dig deeper into mentoring. Thank you, Masa. Learning something new. Beautiful, beautiful. Great. Asked by organizations to be. Okay. Forced coaching means coaches means who are sponsored by the organization. Their heart isn't there, but their bodies are, right, and they have been pushed to be coached. Okay, Poonam, that's a very interesting ask, and let's have a look at how can we help them get unstuck. How can we bring a pull factor from the push force factor from these coaches? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yes. Okay, Poonam agrees. Anything else that brings you to this space? You can also unmute yourself. I hope Sabah has offered us the feature to unmute and speak. It'll be great to hear some more voices in the space. Yes, Rita. Kim, hi, welcome. Are you planning to unmute yourself and speak? I want to work on my mindset, improve my decision making, become aware, more confident in both my personal and professional life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Rita. It takes a lot of courage and vulnerability to mention what you mentioned. Thank you for opening the space for more courage. Thank you. Kim, hi. We hear a voice from far, from a distance. Hey, Poonam. Hey, anyone unmuting themselves and speaking? Yeah, Poonam, we do hear you, but you're coming and going. Your voice is coming and going. So you're,
So,
yeah.
do you know, Deep? I think as a coach, how do I ensure in all of this journey I keep myself charged?
Wow. Oh my God. That gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. Thank you for
Beautiful.
permitting that question. I don't know if it fits in, but I think that's very
Does.
important.
Does. It does. Self-care, self-charge, self-reflection, and self-motivation. Wow, that's a beautiful question. That got me goosebumps. Thank you, Poonam. Yeah, I think you would find the answer. That's my hope, Poonam. And I hope this helps you find some charge. The session today, find some charge as well. Thank you. Okay, to become a better version of myself, self-help and help others. Again, thank you so much. I think, that's the beauty of our space. We are in a helping profession, no matter what name, title, position, designation, uh, whatever we give it. But I think each one of us, in a heart of our heart, are in a helping profession. So grateful to IMC for arranging this session for the community of helpers, right? And powerful change agents. So looking forward to holding and co-creating this space for us today. Thank you for your contributions. Okay, so moving on. Um, what do you see on the screen? We'll have metaphors, we'll have pictures, we'll have visuals to talk about and take cues from today. Deep reflection cards are all about that, actually. So we work through metaphors with the client and through pictures and also heart touching processes that I'm going to share soon. So, what do you see on the screen? Anybody wants to talk about what they see? You can put in the chat or you can also speak up. A moment to reflect.
Hi, Deep. It's Matthew here. Four people talking in a beautiful setting.
Wow. That's called observation of a mentor, no judgment, nothing, just observation. So pure observation says four people talking in a beautiful setting. Okay, so I invite you to further reflect what emotions does it evoke in you, right? From observation, we go to reflection. What emotions does it invoke and evoke within you when you look at this beautiful setting and four people talking? What else? What else is emerging for all of us?
Hi, Deep. I would like to say something.
Yeah, go
Um,
ahead.
yes, so I see a beautiful nature
Mm.
and women coming together and, basically sharing their thoughts and
Mhm.
getting to know each other.
Yeah,
And what really grabbed my attention is the nature, honestly speaking. It's such a wonderful setting, like Matthew said. So, yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I've noticed.
Beautiful. May I just invite all of us to just close our eyes and imagine that we all are sitting in such a setup where nature is surrounding us and we are in deep conversations, reflections, connection today. You can feel the breeze touching your skin. Yeah, as you look around and look within, you feel very peaceful, feel very calm and joyful. Yeah. So that's what we bring to the space today. Uh, in my book, Coaching Playbook for People Leaders, I shared what the space actually has and how do we build such a space which has safety, which has presence, which has awareness, which has choices, which has empathy. Being in helping profession, whether we are mentors or coaches or managers, leaders, whatever role might we be playing, or even a parent, a friend, a fellow community member, whosoever that is, how do you build such a space which has safety, which which is epitome of presence, which can help you feel the other person's presence and that you are fully present without any distractions, inside out, outside in. uh, how do you hold and build a space which has immense opportunity for raising each other's awareness? How do you hold a space which evokes and offers choices beyond right or wrong, a midway, a way that is suitable for each one to its own? Empathy. How do we carry that in our hearts, that we are able to hold the space, right? And any reasons why did I use lighthouse as the icon here? Any reflections on that? What probably could have made me use lighthouse for holding such a space? What comes up for you? You can put in chat, you can unmute and talk.
There are replies on the chat, Deep.
Okay, sure. Let me have a look. I am sharing the screen. Sabha, can you?
Yeah, I will read that out for you.
Sure, sure.
So Vera has mentioned that she sees the lighthouse as a beacon of direction. Then
Wow.
Poonam has said the aha moments resonate with the image. AHA moments.
Oh, interesting, Poonam. I've not heard of it and I've not thought about it from this perspective. Could you
Yeah.
share a bit more? What made you see aha moment with the image?
So, uh, to get in touch with yourself and what you're looking at is a light. It's a wow. It's a discovery. It's a moment of truth. And doesn't a lighthouse help you navigate in just that same way in the sea?
Wow. Okay, every time you speak, I'm going to get goosebumps. Let me get prepared for it. No, this is so beautiful. Yeah. And similarly, Matthew's comment, it says it's an interesting choice. On one hand, a lighthouse is singular and lonely. On the other, it is safe in the storm. It's calm in chaos, right? Right. And it's bringing that safety in the storm for the others who look up and yeah, get guided by it. Yeah, Mona, absolutely offers a direction, but the work depends on the client in the beginning. Hmm. Very interesting, Mona. Looks like it is coming from a very deep lived experience. Do you want to share a bit about that? Do you want to unmute yourself and come on mic, Mona?
She cannot come on mic, she
No
says.
worries, no worries, no worries, Mona.
Mm.
So, okay. Depends on the client in the beginning. So my assumption and my hypothesis here, what you're trying to say, Mona, is probably the willingness has to be the clients, and then you can navigate them. That they should be ready to look up at the lighthouse, right? They should be ready to look up and be okay to be guided. Uh, I think that's what I'm taking away from your comment.
Can you hear me?
Okay, somebody else talk. Yeah, Mona. Now I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking of. The lighthouse offers the guidance and directions and all help needed to reach safety and all. But then at the same time, the lighthouse is not moving towards people. People who need help need to move towards it first.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. That reminds me of one of the sayings my mother used to say, that a well doesn't go to a thirsty person. The thirsty person has to come to the well. uh, it's on similar lines that I am gaining insight from what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has to be some craving, some thirst, some willingness to look up and be okay to be guided. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Rita says, Sabha, do you want to read any? People will be
Yes, yes,
bored
I
with
will.
my voice.
I will read. So Rita says, this makes me understand that safety is not something we ask for directly, but something we create through empathy, conscious choices, awareness, and presence. It's a gradual and intentional process.
Mm. And she also said something else before Mona's comment.
Yes, she
Yeah.
says that I realize that if I want to feel safe or create a safe space, I need to start with empathy and self awareness and really be present. Safety is the result of all these steps.
Mm. So they're interrelated, is what I'm learning, Sabha, isn't it? That's what
Yeah.
it is inviting us. Absolutely. Absolutely, Rita. Mm. Yeah. Thank you so much. So they're all interrelated conscious choices through awareness, through presence. It's a gradual and intentional process. Absolutely. Great. So I am going to invite you on an activity called Do As I Say. The activity is called Do As I Say. Uh, so you just need to follow the instructions and just do as I say. It's 1 minute activity. If you've already done it before, still try again. The activity again is do as I say. Okay, wherever you're sitting, you can keep sitting. Just clap your hands. Clap your hands. Great. Tap your foot. Touch your cheek. Okay? Everybody got it? Clap your hand, tap your feet, touch your cheek. Okay? Just keep looking at me and do as I say. And tell me what you did towards the end. And I trust you all. For whatever you will say, we'll take it uh, on your face value. Okay? Okay. Clap your hands. Tap your foot. Touch your cheek. Faster. Clap your hands. Tap your foot. Touch your cheek. Clap your hands. Tap your foot. Touch your cheek. Okay. How many of us touched our noses? If you are really looking at me, how many of us touched our noses? Anybody here who has the courage that they did what I did to say that? Hey, what did you touch towards the end? Your cheek or your nose? Anyone? Everybody touched their cheeks. Okay. So no worries. This is an experiment. Try do it with your children, with anybody you train, teach in communication, and we'll see what comes out of it. Usually, people touch their cheeks, touch their noses towards the end because I am touching my nose and they're looking at me. Do you know any reason why probably that would happen? Why would that happen? Why would that happen? Why would people touch their noses and not their cheek? While I'm saying touch your cheek, and I'm putting my finger on the nose, why do they also put their finger on the nose and not their cheek? At least 50% of people turn up, shifting their cheeks to the noses. Any reason why? Anything emerges for you? Think about it.
I deep Matthew here. Is it power of visual communications?
Yeah.
Is that one reason maybe? Because I
Wow.
think I touched my cheek because the whatever came through on Zoom, I think your words came through a little bit quicker than the point at which you touch your
Okay,
nose
the
on
lag
this
was
particular
there
time.
also. I see, Matthew. Thank you for sharing that insight. Thank you for sharing that insight. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Our visuals speak louder than our words. Sabah. Poonam?
Yeah, so Poonam has raised her hand. Poonam,
You
would you
know,
like to?
I'm going to pick up the analogy from nature. Light travels faster than sound, right? So sight is seen before you hear.
That's very scientific of you to point that out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, right. Uh, okay. So visuals, yes. Vishaka, you were unmuted.
I think we have trained our brain initially in such a way that we just did not focus on the visuals. Maybe that could be the possibility. That's what I feel. Because I did not touch the nose.
Yeah, probably you need to look at me more. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, none of your fault. Actually, our settings is, and I take the brunt of that because blame of that because I did not let IMC know that this is an activity that would require video, so the settings had to be changed. But it's okay. I think we got the essence of it, and that's what exactly what I say in my Holding Deep Space book about 4 V's of communication that of course visuals speak louder than words, so they take up the maximum amount of 100% as per Albert Mirabian. Also his theory says body language is 55%, right, in our communication, and then comes vocal and then comes verbal. By vocal they mean is not what you say, but how you say it makes a difference. Verbal is only 7% in his theory, in his experiment of thousands of conversations and millions of people he observed communicating. He said verbals is only 7%. But the congruence of all three, and I had put the fourth V to it, and I call it 4 V of communication. Fourth V to me is vibe. In the space, you don't just use your visuals, you don't just use your vocals, you don't just say what you say or present what you present, you also take with you your vibe and also connect. You have the ability to connect with others' vibe. By vibe, I mean values, intent, beliefs, and energy. Now comes the answer to Poonam's question when she said, "Hey Deep, I want to work with my forced coaches, find out way to work with my forced coachee." So, Poonam, probably this holds the essence. If we are able to connect with their vibe and understand their values, understand the intent behind their content, understand the beliefs and help them see their beliefs, see what they're thinking, think what they're thinking, and look at, dissect them, what are serving, not serving, what can be reframed, what do they want to achieve? Is that intentional or is it just automatic, accompanying them in their vibe everywhere they go? What is it that they are? How are they charging their energy? How's your energy charged? Again, to Poonam's question on charging of energy. So, how are we going to help them or see their vibe? Now, that becomes a complex task as a mentor, as a coach. But I have just tried and attempted to really scan the vibe through the tool called Deep Reflections, raising awareness cards that I brought to the world last year. They have traveled across continents through coaches, through mentors, through enablers, and everybody has to just say that they just instantaneously touch the vibe of the other, and I'm able to find out about their vibe quickly. And of course, they're working with those tools with themselves. We have Shivangi in the room, and I invite her if I guess it's the same Shivangi. Um, hi, Shivangi. So, Shivangi, do you want to share your experience of using deep reflection cards, and how does that help your vibe?
Absolutely. So I think I'll start with how I
got the exposure to the deep reflection cards, I remember that the first time when I saw it, we were in a team coaching session and Deep was facilitating the session with these cards. um the whole idea behind using these cards, because somebody, so I come from a psychology background, I have a master's in psychology, so I was touched by how even when you're not thinking about something, the cards have a way to connect with you, and no matter whatever space you're in, mental space you're in, they kind of connect and speak to you as an individual. So that was a moment when I witnessed the cars and I experienced these cars myself, and I felt like, yes, this is I want to experience it more often, and that's how I spoke to Deep and got more involved with these cards. Coming to the vibe aspect, Deep, can you show the framework again, if that's
Yes.
possible? Because I can
Yeah.
only see my name on the screen at the moment.
Yes. Sure. Shivani.
Yeah, so I think when I think about these four V's of communication, they're very helpful, especially if you're like I'm also a certified coach. So when I'm connecting or having my conversation with the coachee, I think about vibe as not just about what they're really talking about, what just the content of the conversation, but rather also thinking about the way they are speaking about it, the way they're looking at themselves, the way they're looking at me, the way they're looking at the world around themselves for that matter, and really getting into those deeper aspects which talk about, touch upon the beliefs, the values of the individual or the coachee at the end of the day. So it's not just about like, when we all get our coaching journey, when we start there, we think about we're coaching the individual as a problem, but rather when we think about our own coaching journey, we start thinking about coaching the individual. And that's where I feel these four V's of communication really come in play, because you're thinking about it not just from a problem perspective, but rather the whole environment in which a system in which an individual operates as well, which comes handy when you think about those four V's.
Wow. Wow. I must add that to my publication, Shivangi. I never thought from these many aspects that you spoke about the four V's and how you're perceiving them. And I think it'll be great to catch up
Yeah.
further offline as well after this. Thank you so much for joining the session, by the way, Shivangi. Uh, on a very last minute notice, I think. So moving to the cards now, I would invite a volunteer who's happy to experience a demo conversation using the deep reflections raising awareness cards so that we all can learn from that while we more about it. So inviting some volunteer who would like to be courageous and share, be here in the room and take a quick demo, and then we get into breakout rooms. What did we observe about the four V's in the space? Right? We just share that with each other and come back. So it's going to be like a 10 minutes conversation, nothing beyond. Very quick conversation over the cards. And here are the cards. Let me just share with you. How do the cards look digitally? They are beautiful in person, physically as well. But yeah, that's how they look in digital form. They keep moving. The person can choose to reflect. Those who observe and share their observations, they will also get a card pick. So beyond the person who nominates themselves for a demonstration, we will also give opportunity to those who pitch in with their ideas, with their rare ideas. Look at the vibe. Look at um, the the rare way that they're acknowledging their emotions by yeah. So I just pause here, I stop sharing, inviting somebody from the room who can. Okay, Mona, do you want to volunteer yourself uh, to go through a quick demonstration how to
Yes,
have a conversation?
I don't have any idea how it goes, but I'm willing to.
We will just go with the flow and see.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go with the flow and see what that brings. But for sure, that might bring some rare ideas for you. So, as the topic of the day is holding space for rare ideas.
Right.
So, Mona, thank you so much for, first of all, volunteering and being courageous to hold the space for more learning and offer space for more learning for all of us. Have a look, take a moment, glance through the cards, and tell me which card resonates with your current being, wherever you are in your journey of any aspect of your wheel of life, whether it's career, relationships, anything. That
The one with the lady and the child.
lady and the child. Sure, sure. I think it's on the top row. Let me bring
Just
that up
before, yeah. More to the left.
more to the left. Yeah. Just doing that. Think that's the presence card. Perfect. Okay, I have chosen that for you. It has come down. Okay. Now, you can choose a card for where do you wish to go. If this is where you are, is there a card that's calling
The
out?
bottom row, the first one on the left.
Okay, can you give me the symbol
Yeah,
or the
lady of the
illustration?
field. Yeah, this one. The one beside it.
One.
No, the other one with the field and the
Ah,
sky.
nice, nice, nice. Okay, so that's where you wish to go. Okay. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. And let's just pick one. How can you get there? So this is where you are, this is where you want to go, and let's just pick one card for how can you get there.
Mm, the person meditating.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mona. So these are the three cards Mona has picked, everybody. So inviting you, Mona, now have a quick connection with the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And as you start to reflect on them, just get connected to your heart. What do you recognize as some of the emotions emerging for you, for where you are?
I'm a bit worried.
I see. Okay. And where do you want to go?
To a more peaceful and calm place.
See, see. Okay. And with that peace and calm place, vision in your heart, how would you, how do you believe that you can get there to that peace and calm space?
Having deeper connection with the heavens and my God, and trusting in that.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Okay. Sit with it. Sit with what you just shared. Just acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge the emotions that are emerging now for you, within you, as you say that having faith, trusting my God, acknowledge it. Okay. Whenever you're ready, just inviting you to share which card shall I flip for you because these can be flipped and there is a message behind it. So let's see what resonates with you from there.
From the ones that I chose,
Yeah,
chose.
yeah, yeah. Which one do you want to pick?
In the beginning, I thought of the one with meditation, but now I'm thinking the one in the middle.
One in the middle. Okay. All right. So this is the one that you picked for where you want to go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to flip the card for you. Yeah. Have a look at it. Let me know if you would like me to speak the words. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you would like to read it and reflect on it.
Okay, let me. Okay, feel yourself, heal yourself. Something within me grounds when I walk bare feet on the wet grass. Something within me rises. When I gaze up at the wide blue sky, something within me rests. When I sit under the tree, invites me to forget some worries and let go of the hurries. Something within me dances. When I see a flower bloom, something within me sings. When I hear the birds chirping, something within me glows. When the sun shines on my face. On this journey of life, sometimes I might be alone, but never lonely. For the love of solitude, gratitude to this something within me, inquire. What helps you to ground and heal yourself? Nice.
Does any of this hold some insight, resonance for you?
Yeah, I was just talking about the difference between lonely and loneliness and solitude like 2 days ago. And I have been writing so many poems about these little gestures and interactions with the world and how it makes me happier and fills my cup.
Wow.
So yeah, agree.
Thank you. So you hold the key to your, to all the locks that probably are made. So thank you so much for sharing that very personal aspect of what you're experiencing. So while you reflect on this inquiry, having recognized your emotions and acknowledging them, what helps you to ground and heal yourself could be an inquiry to sit with, and you can reflect on it. For the paucity of time, we move on. But I would like to really see uh, the card number 1 for you. Shall I just flip it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you mentioned something about faith, and so have a look at it. What about this resonates with what you said and how you're feeling?
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
Mm.
But I'm just wondering about the inquiry. Whose presence sets you free? Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Get it? Great, great. So, in a usual coaching session or a conversation, I would invite my client to make comments over here so that they can go back and look at them like a log, it comes to them. Okay, so the last one that you chose, Muna, has a
Mhm.
framework of well being. Um, and interestingly, you said something about um feeling calm, feeling centered, right?
Mm.
If I'm not
Calm
wrong.
and peaceful. Yeah.
Yeah. So think about that goal and look at the aspects written here. What about this? So it's senses framework of mind, which starts with, of course, sleep, exercise, nutrition, space, energizing habits, and support. So when you look at the whole wheel of senses,
Mm-hmm.
which aspect of senses here probably uh, needs your attention? That's the inquiry. What about this resonates, if at all something does?
Well, what first got my attention was sleep, but maybe I'm sleeping too much, or I'm choosing to sleep to cover up for some things that I would rather forget about or something. So maybe
Okay.
it's that I need to do differently with a different intention.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for recognizing your emotions, acknowledging them, and having the awareness to be able to regulate them as well. In this conversation, which was very brief, yet I hope it offered you certain ideas, uh, certain insights. How was it for you?
Yeah, it's like a supportive idea for the things I have been working on. And I know there's nothing called coincidence, so even the words coming to me as a poem is a very personal and has that effect on me because I was just writing about the exact same thing. And that's the way I see life. And yeah, it's very, it touches me deeply and it works as a boost. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, uh, Mona, for volunteering and offering this space for learning. I invite everybody's attention on the rare. This is from the journal Raise Your Vibe, journal of mine that I introduced this year, which is with this process we recognize the emotion, we acknowledged its presence. When she said that I'm worried, but I want to get more calm. And she acknowledged what can help her regulate that feeling. And through the conversation only, she was regulating her neuroplasticity was in motion and energy in motion was changing every time. Hence, she said something about boosting of energy. And she expressed it healthily through the source. Through this resource of deep reflection cards. So now, time for some ideas. What insights are emerging for you? Sabah, how much time do we have together now? Do we have time for a breakout or a quick
We
insight
have
round?
we have 10 minutes.
Okay, then we don't have time for the breakout, guys. But what insights are you taking away? Which direction could such tools be utilized in your view? Whether it's for you, it's for your clients, it's for your children, whatever. Which emotion is being experienced right now in your body as you just reflect on a few minutes we spent together today? What action could you take to propel your growth as a change agent? What support do you need? So that's my inquiry. What insights are emerging? Anybody can just put in the chat. Would love to hear your voice, unmute yourself, whatever works. We just have 10 minutes together and the time just flew like that. I don't know. Sabah, did you feel the time flying?
Not at all, not at all. It went so smooth and we never even realized because it was so
Yeah.
engaging for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we have 8 minutes, guys. So take your time, do a 30 seconds reflection. I know it is too much to take, to be very honest.
Has said in the chat box that for me, she's mentioned, going into silence will help surface the ideas within, like the IDEAs.
Thank you. Yes. Sure, Poonam, you can sit with them. Wow, that's a good invitation, Poonam. Rita says it's really beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rita, for the acknowledgement. I take it with full humility and honor. It was my master's grace. I do heartfulness meditation, and these cards appear to me just after every either meditation or simmering of the emotions or after a deep conversation with a client. Uh, yeah, okay. Can you read out what Rita has written?
Yes. So Rita has said that an insight for me is that building a safe space starts from within, through empathy and awareness. The direction I see is focusing more on self reflection and personal growth. I feel calm and motivated during this session. As an action, I want to be more present and intentional in my daily life. And in terms of support, I think I need guidance and consistency to stay on track.
Rita, every time you put something there, I just feel bravo, man. This woman is so courageous. Yes, so thank you for sharing that. And I'm sure IMC has some ideas there for us to stay on track consistently and stay guided through various sessions. And if at all I get an opportunity to be by your side, I'm happy to via IMC. Thank you. And you can stay in touch via LinkedIn as well, Rita. And we can be with each other. Everyone in the space today, we know how we can be for each other.
I would like to say thank you, Deep, for such a wonderful session. Thank you, everyone, to be able to attend the session.